Welcome back to Rise of Lyric. We're in part 7 now, and it feels like we went nowhere.
Isn't that the whole game?
Yeah. But, you know.
I feel like I lost a year of my life.
Yeah, and that's it, just casually fall back down. I'm not sure why it put us back there, like, you know, after the end of the last part, but whatever. It kind of warped us from this other place back to, like, where the boat was, and it don't make sense to me, you know.
Who cares?
If Sonic had a bit more speed in this open area, it'd be so much better.
Yeah, it wouldn't be... Part of what makes this so obnoxious is just how slow the characters walk around in the hub world. Like,
yeah, it's so wide and open.
Yeah, I want to get to one place, but no. Like, this is worse than Silver in that one section from
You just want to
06.
run away from all this bullshit scenery.
Really? Worse than that?
It's like, here's another rock.
Yeah.
Here's another rock. Oh, there's a cliff.
It's working.
I remember playing 06 with Silver, walking through the hub world and just finding it unbearable.
Like, I'm not saying that's great, but this is kind of more obnoxious, I think. Not so much that first hub world, but the one we're running to now is easily the worst part of the game. And that's it, just casually...
The hub world in 06, that was just pretty much the city, wasn't it?
Well, there was Soliana, there was the Soliana Forest, wasn't there? Which kind of was big and barren and empty, but...
And you had the city as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you had the two parts of the city, didn't you? You had like the more town sort of place, and you had the bigger city.
Yeah. Well, at least you have variety. I mean, in this, it's just pretty much the same area, isn't it?
Well, we're going to a new place now, but this new place is horrible for its own reasons, which...
Oh, I
we'll
think
see
I
when
know
we
it.
get to
You go into those like nematode things, and the ship flies. When the ship flies nonchalantly into the area, and it flies back in again from that glitch.
I think that's a bit later,
The
but...
music doesn't even change during that section to make it seem more dramatic.
Is that Bygone Island?
Bygone Island, yeah.
Just let bygones be bygones.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this whole walking at moderate pace on water thing.
Sonic should be able to do this naturally. He shouldn't need the use of a machine to be able to run on water.
Well, we should just be able to boost across
Exactly.
it. But look at these obstacles. Such threats, aren't they?
Much threat, such wow.
Stop.
No.
Actually, you're providing more entertainment than this game does at the moment.
For the right reasons.
Yeah. Look at this, just casually clipping through a cliff there.
What happened to his eyes? Is he like the shut, no?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's got a hedgehog standing through him.
And this is their cheap replacement for the tornado.
Look, how can you take this? Oh, this I've got to point out. You see how there's black borders there? Whoever exported this cutscene exported it at the wrong resolution for the game. That is like
Just
a technical
God, why didn't he
disaster.
fly in the trees? He could have crashed.
Yeah.
Could have ended everything there.
Right, we've got to pay attention to the sort of shit going on here.
Do we have to?
Listen. Got that little section there where
What happened?
they landed. What it did is it's rushing to load everything at once, so it was loading the characters arriving on the island at the same time as this cutscene, but the shot of the characters landing on the island came first. And it started making the sound effect as well, which sort of finished off there.
That's bad.
That is
really
really terrible.
bad.
And these sections here, every time you go through there, it will drop a couple of frames. Every time. Every single fucking time.
Wait, I
noticed
can't. When they drop him.
Like, every time you go through that one little gate at the
Oh,
end.
that tunnel. Oh.
Yeah.
They constantly teleport us, just saying, why?
Well, it's not even a teleport. What it's doing is it's trying to load up the next section of the level. Because it... Like, you've got about two evils here when you've got, like, incompetency. You've got either this or you've got 06 sort of thing where it loads up the entire area and that just lags it out in itself. But still. This guy here, he's...
Was it a Mo or a B?
I don't even fucking know. He's running for mayor.
No one cares because none of the side missions are important in any way.
Why do they always portray mayors as portly characters?
I don't
Have you
know.
noticed that? They always put mayors as like people who are kind of chubby.
Yeah, well, what they're doing here is that they're doing this purely on the basis of, haha, let's make jokes at politicians' expense. Which, like, granted, there are a lot of corrupt politicians, but There are better ways to make fun of that than just, oh, politicians are the same.
Yeah.
Right, let's casually walk through him a few times. Yeah, people are no object.
So he's a cow. It looks like a cow. Well, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
politicians do chat a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. But anyway, this section
Had
we're
to make
coming
a
up.
pun.
Oh yeah, we're going to see Styx in a second here. Once we finally get to her.
Yeah, for a brief second.
Yeah. This is the new character they were heavily marketing.
Yeah, here's a new character. Yeah, you only see it for 5 seconds. Oh, see you later.
Yeah. Yeah. She's
Why was she talking? She had nothing to talk about then. It was so out of sync.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Amy's best friend. You
Yeah.
can totally tell.
Granted, she does do more in like the 3DS one. She's one of the main playable characters, but still.
This section is more interesting and a bit more.
Why?
This Batman looking for the tracks,
Why
like in
you use-
detective mode.
Why are you using the Ava?
I was just showing off that's what they're prompting you to do, but I ain't got enough shit to buy a new secret stash, so it ain't worth it. I regret buying that other thing. I kind of got the two confused when I was playing it and accidentally bought the first one to start with, so that's wasted a lot of me crowns. Look, there's another one of the frame drop sections as it transitions to the next. That is just so bad.
Oh yeah, if you go back, there's that hippo that you got the boat from.
Oh,
That's there. How did he get there before you?
I don't know. But this section, you looking at all this shit going on here, do you know what you're supposed to do straight off?
No, I was quite
lo-
confused.
I was lost here for 2 hours straight, not knowing what to do. This is what you got to do that it gives you no indication that you're meant to do. Because
Right, let's see.
the reason why it's so easy to get lost here is there's all different kind of shit going on around this island. You've got the Amy sections, you've got the Sonic sections, you've got the shit for Knuckles to climb on. You've got to do this little bit as Tails, but you only need to do this bit as Tails. The other stuff is all red herring.
Yeah, I did all of the other bits and left Tails for the last. I was like,
Yeah.
well, what was all the other stuff for?
It's to
Trying to
waste
make you
your time.
appreciate Tails. You know, no one's going to use him until last or whatever.
Yeah, but why lead you towards all this other stuff? Because you're gonna notice them pink rails before you notice anything to do with.
It's the only
Tails
time
and
you need
stuff.
Tails,
I
isn't
did
it?
head straight for Amy's section right away because I thought that'll be the quickest one.
Yeah, that's the section that's bright and colourful and sticks out to you.
It took me forever.
Styx has already been introduced.
What?
Styx how
Yeah,
to
that's
make
it
a
for
pun.
Styx until the end
Yeah.
when she
She
shows
just
up
shows
for,
up.
for another split second.
Obligatory Styx cutscene.
I can't remember what she does, but it gives a crap.
But yeah, this is another space section. This one, I think, it seems a bit inconsistent with how much it lags out because, it's not going as bad as it could have for me here. But I was watching the Hellfire run, the blind stream, and it seemed to lag out for Tom a lot more than it did for me here. So I don't know what's going on with this.
This seems a lot more interesting than previous levels.
This level I got a bit of lag for.
I've got a bit less hate for.
It's just going around the side of the man and then turning into the caves is creative in some respects, but well, I say more creative than the random tracks in the air.
Different kind of. Oh yeah, I'm just casually standing here sideways.
The way she just stands there nonchalant.
This is how gravity works, folks.
The way they turn as well, they're so robotic and automatic.
Yeah.
Well, that is the game.
Yeah, a company thought this was fit for publishing. Think about that for a minute. A company.
I'd
thought...
rather not see this.
I made that joke in Lost World.
Yeah, but I made it better.
It's more fitting now because I'd rather see this even less. I think I mentioned it during our last recording session, but this is very much a case of platforming by numbers, and this highlights it again because this speed level, they've just taken one of the other speed sections from one of the other levels and just pasted it in a different environment, haven't they? It feels exactly the same kind of thing. At this point I've lost track of which direction I'm going. Oh, it's this section!
Yeah. Oh god. Did you get the ship flying in and back out again?
I think this is one of them cases where you just watch, Shannon.
Yeah. Does this always happen?
Yeah.
This glitch.
It's not even a glitch, it's just how they've made it.
Yeah, it's just like really low quality CGI. Or I don't know if this particular thing is game engine CGI or
What the hell are they?
Ah, it's the animals from Shark Tale. It's the two octopuses, jellyfishes. I know. I was just speaking too fast. Yeah, the two jellyfishes in that sound like Bob Marley in Shark Tale.
One is Ziggy Marley, Bob Marley's son, I
Yeah,
think.
it actually is. Yeah.
Where did they get
I can't
their
remember the other
robot
one.
bodies from?
I think it's Damien Marley as well. The
Is
other
the other
one.
one Damien?
Yeah.
for a start, look at all that popping, all the stuff appearing, and now pay close attention to the shadow on the ship. Look at that!
The way it gravitates as well looks so awkward.
This is just horrible.
And the music doesn't even change to accommodate the ship's appearance. It's just like, yeah, this is a regular occurrence, no big deal. Yeah, it's just another one of those enemy ships.
No, it's not Sonic.
Why are you lying to yourself?
I forgot about the whole Lena Bean thing, so I've tried to make the jump.
Yeah, I tried doing that a couple of times.
It might work if you spin dash, although the spin dash doesn't really give you the momentum you need, I don't think. Which is part of the problem with this game, spin dash, in that it doesn't really encourage momentum platforming. It's just a very short bursts across the
Just
very
playing
short area.
this, does it kill all optimism for Sonic as a company, or do you still have hope?
No, I think they're fucked.
Oh,
Like, in all honesty, at this point, like, this might well have been nail in the coffin sort of territory.
well, they have shown it in some ways, haven't they? From what's happened.
Yeah, like I was thinking about this, like when this first came out, I was thinking maybe next year, just sort of joking.
Yeah, but as soon as that's
is there going to be a next year at this point?
well, see, they've still got that, but if they put it out in PC and mobile, it all depends from there, really, doesn't it? And that's more definite, really, isn't it?
Well, I think if whatever they try next has got to work, regardless.
It's
of,
not got. It must work.
Yeah, it has to. Like purely on the basis of, I think I was reading on TSSC the other day that like at one point during this whole financial bollocks, they actually only had $900,000 like on hand in the entire like publishing industry. So whatever they do next is going to put them in debt, and so they're going to have to like bring themselves back somehow.
I like how during that little section you had to battle the enemies in that small arena, because it's like, by that point, the players have already realised you can just chuck the enemies off the edge to kill them. So they draw it out, so you can't do that.
Go on, Joe.
Yeah, you see, you're saying about like Sega being in debt and whatever. But do you think there'd be any companies that'd be willing to bail them out, like lend them any cash or anything like that?
Well, they're probably. I don't really know how this stuff works to properly comment, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
I know they've. I think the big problem, Sega Sammy, which are like the holdings company,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure. Like, it's been a long time since I did my business work, so I'm not gonna try and bluff my way through this. But like, there's certain sections of the company that are alright, and other sections of the company that are basically fucked. So it's kind of, it depends how they manage themselves.
It seems like a really big mess.
It is.
That's not going to clean itself up. If it goes by the right way and attitude, it could, but there is a high chance that it might not, you know?
Yeah, I think it's very likely they might ramp up things like merchandising and whatnot, because like by selling
that's
licenses,
where they get the money from that one,
yeah,
wouldn't
it's
they?
like by selling licenses for their IPs, they get money without having to actually do anything.
Yeah.
So that's like it's not a reliable one, because obviously if the merch quality is poor from whatever company buys the IPs, that's going to reflect poorly as well. But it's a temporary saviour.
Yeah, if at least they get some kind of income support, that'd be right then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not going to be life-saving, but it will help in some respects, I guess. But yeah, anyway, it's just like every Sonic game, like every bad Sonic game, like this is the impression I get. It's like from the players, the fan base, and just in general, it's like we're giving you one more chance. We're giving you one more chance. Like,
That is unfortunately true. I don't know why I just dived down there, but okay. But I think what the problem stems for is that they do, like, obviously they're making the same conceptual mistakes in that they're trying to make Sonic things that it isn't, but every time it's a different actual problem in the long run. So like, I've forgiven them for fucking around with the parkour, but now this is its own beast that needs solving. You know?
What they could do, as I said before, they could recycle Sonic, but not in the way that Mario does it. They can take former schematics from games, but take it into like its own sort of calling. But if you stick to something what someone likes, it's definitely going to get a more positive reception because they like it. If you're changing something out of the blue, then who knows what's going to happen? It's just up to debate, you know?
Like, the thing is, with the formula they kind of built up with Generations, maybe with a little bit more perfecting than that, maybe make it perform a bit better and whatnot, but like if they took Modern Sonic from that, they have the ability to play it safe and get away with it. They can just make new levels for that and it will work. And that will work for probably 3 or 4 more games. So, like, for them to just fuck it up just by changing it around, it's
I would say
wasted potential.
A good 2 or 3 games that would work for it, because you wouldn't really want it to keep stale, would you?
Nah, but like, it's that thing that there's always the 2 arguments, isn't there? There's the argument of like keep it fresh, and there's the argument of if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
What you need is a middle point.
You do, because I think personally, what would be good selling for a game and a franchise is if from your previous game, it done really well, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking about doing another game. So you look at how good the reception the previous game was. So you look at this and you think, right, if I had new gameplay but incorporate old elements and then tweak it so it doesn't seem too different, but you're doing what you love, you know?
What it is you've got to gauge the consensus of which elements were successful and which elements were unsuccessful. And
all you've got to do is just personal tweaks.
Yeah. What they have done it right once before when they jumped between Unleashed and Colours. Because there were 2 like major criticisms of Unleashed. One that the Werehog was out of place, and 2 that the like day levels felt a bit boosted to win. So what they did was they took the gameplay from Unleashed, but like the day levels from that, but they kind of made it more platform heavy, so they're distant. Which granted, I'm not the biggest fan of Colours level design, but that was a clear level of progression.
The impression I get from Unleashed is it's very, very half-half in general. Like from what people think of it and how good
it's mixed.
It's like the most average game of the series, a lot of people say.
I wouldn't say that so much. I would say Unleashed is a bad game, and my reason for that is that although I think the Unleashed day stages, at least for the most part, are like some of my favourites in the series, there's too little of that compared to the other shit that I don't like. And I'm not just talking the Werehog, I'm talking things like medal collecting and all that hubbub shit.
No.
And so what it is if they, like, even if it felt like there was less content overall, I would prefer like 2 hours worth of gameplay of just the day stages than like 6 or 7 hours of day stages, night stages, hubbub shit, all that sort of stuff.
So what's your stance on Black Knight?
Really fun game.
So would you say like it's an average or a little bit better than average?
I would say it's a really fun game that I like, but I can appreciate why other people don't like it purely on the basis of like it's motion controlled and it's on rails.
Fair enough.